Hello. Hi everyone, it's Diesel, and today's video is the furry fandom a spectrum? Well, let's think about it. You see, we have furries that indulge into it, and that's basically their life, or we have the bystanders that kind of appreciate it but don't necessarily have a persona, or we have the ones that are the furry haters. But hear me out, hear me out. A spectrum. Now, if you look at it more like this, it's kind of like the autism spectrum. You got severe, and then you got not. And I can say that because I have autism. But basically, hear me out. So you have the lower furry levels, which is basically like the bystanders, like I was saying, they just appreciate it. Or like the furry haters, they don't want nothing to do with it. Yet they have a piqued interest to actually engage in it somehow, even though it is negative. Then we move on to the ground level, like basic level. We're like right up in the middle kind of thing. And you're getting fuzzy basically. You have a persona, you might have a few art pieces, you might even have like a tail. This is like normal-ish level furry fandom. And then it grows, and then you become, what would we like to call it, a fuzzbud, full on fluff ball. We are talking fluffy boy. You have a fursuit, you have a persona, you might have multiple personas, and you have a lot of art. Not always, but you have a lot of art, or a lot of love for the character or characters you might have. And then we get a little toxic, and that is when you make it your whole personality. We are talking royal furries, we are talking poppy furs, we are talking Beyonce. But yeah, basically that's how I see the fandom. And it's an interesting way to think, because if you think of the fandom more of a spectrum rather than just as a whole, because when I say as a whole, because everyone's a furry, due to the fact that furries have infiltrated on a global note, such as every occupation known to man at least has one furry working it. And I want to put that in perspective for you. I'm not good at math or reading because guess what? I'm just a dog. But hear me out. This is why I think everyone's a furry. So yeah, another thing too I wanted to add on. Uh, we're done with that topic, but see that goober over there? Love him so much. Also the council, they love you too. And I personally love you very, very much. But yeah, I haven't been on a live or done a lot more content recently. It's just because very, very busy. I have 2 suit commissions right now about to be busted out for Anthrocon this year. And yes, I will be at Anthrocon 2025. So if you spot me, I will be with Riley or my homies or whoever. Or I might just be goofing around, but I'll be in Pennsylvania, which I'm not really familiar with, so I'll probably have a buddy system. But if you want to come say hi, hit me up. Another thing too, this wall is pretty barren. I want to put some art on there. So if you guys ever get bored and you just want to draw for me, I will print it out and I'll slap it on the wall. You don't have to though. I'm not saying anything for free art. I'm just saying. I appreciate it. Another thing too is, like I said, I was really, really busy with life and just trying to get everything scheduled and ready. But I hope you guys have a wonderful week. I will see you guys next week. I still promise to do a weekly video, even though it might be a little late. But I got you, boo. So anyway, have a great time. Be safe, everyone. And I will see you next week. Bye!